Hello. Oh my god, it's been so long. I'm like, let me turn that way down. Sorry. Alright, okay. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Hey, how is everyone? Good to see you there, Gummy. Good to see you there. Oh my god, it's been a month? Yeah, about that. So yeah, things have been a little crazy. I just started a new job and it is full-time and it is very demanding, so that's why I haven't been around much. Yeah. The holidays were brutal, but I survived. And And I also had family over. Yeah, so I had my mom's side of the family visiting. Thank you so much. Yes. It's definitely a change, and it will take some time getting used to again. As you can probably tell, I am streaming a little later than usual, but that's okay. So I will say the job does pay better than my old one, which I'm really excited about. So that means more investments into streaming, and hopefully once I adjust to this new schedule, I will be able to start streaming regularly. But I just felt like I wanted to talk to y'all, okay? So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's New Year's? How's everyone's Christmas? Or if they celebrate, how's everyone been? It's been wild, yeah. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on, and other than the usual, it's just been a lot of changes and just adjusting. But enough about me, okay? Enough about that. So, there's a few things I want to bring up. New Year's resolutions. Yes. Let's talk about that. Because I love, like, just talking about goals and stuff like that. And just, like, having an idea of where I want to go and what I want to do this year. And I feel like if you put it down into words, then it's more likely to happen. So, thank you very much, Gummy. Thank you. So, let's do something. Oh God, I really hope I can remember how to stream. I wanted to stream last night, but then I remembered that, like, I had nothing set up, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to, like, go through all that to set everything up. So, let me just find out what place to put this little, like, text box here. We can talk about everyone's resolutions. So, I do have a few. Okay. Okay. So let's talk. Alright. So, what I want to do first is I want to start streaming regularly again. So how do words work? Start streaming more. Yes. And try to keep, like, a consistent schedule. Yes. Okay. Oh dear. I can't even see that on the stream, can you? Hang on. I think red would be good. There we go. is the text? Why is the text box like so unnecessarily huge? Okay, hang on. Let me do another one. Alright. I'm losing my mind. Okay. So what I want to do. Okay. Exactly. Exactly. And also keep in mind that I'm really old too, so like technology just confuses me in general. Alright. So what I want to do is hang on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright. Stream more. Yes. That's gonna be a big one. Another one would be, you know, okay, funny thing was, the reason why I decided to stream was I wanted to have a platform to release music on. Because I've been wanting to do music ever since I was like a little Cambion. So I think, yeah, this might be the year too. I do have some people who are in music production who might be able to help me, so why don't we do that? Release music. And I do want to do, I want to do both covers and original songs. No. It's a royalty-free music that I downloaded in Streamlabs. Okay. Some more exciting news is I did get a drawing tablet for Christmas. So we will have art streams eventually. So, fun fact, I am really not great at art, like at all. Like, it's like laughably funny how it's like laughably horrible. So maybe I can have some people help me get good, you know? Get good at art, at drawing. Oh yeah, another one is, and this is going to be a big one with my new job. Oh yeah, I can turn it down, sorry. Croaking, I've been croaking absolutely nothing apparently. Okay. We're just talking about like New Year's Eve goals, like what I want to do in 2024. Alright. So, I was saying maybe upgrade PC. PC upgrade could be a big one. Because I don't know if y'all can hear, but like my laptop is like on its last legs. It's really hot, getting like really hot right now. But I mean, now that I have a decent paying job, I can probably afford a PC upgrade now. I just need to do research into it. What else? I'm thinking. This is going to be like, not on this platform, but on Fansly. But I'm thinking. Because I was like talking about this with my mod like not that long ago. And I do want to do eroge reviews. Because this is something I feel very strongly about. And a lot of them are just, you know, not that great. So I want to like show you all like what I personally think is good. I mean, granted, I do have like specific tastes. No, I'm not talking about like the sussy stuff, but like how I want something presented to me. So a lot of it might be kind of out there, but that's okay. I mean, I did enjoy the Song of Saya, so that's what we'll be getting. That's what y'all will be getting from me. Hello there, I see those hearts there. Oh yeah. I also have some art I want to show off, but I can't do that on YouTube. Hello, Vile. Hello. I was just talking about possibly doing some eroge reviews. Hello, Reeb. Hello, hello. Yes, it's been a while. I still like chatting. Hang on. Sussy game reviews. Oh, Vile knows all about my preferences with these kind of games. But that's going to be on Fansly, not here. I was hello guys Papa. Like I was literally texting Vile and I was like, you know, there's like this really popular HRPG that I absolutely do not like. And it's because of one nitpicky thing I have, and it's like not even like, it's hard to explain. It's just the way things are like shown to you in the game that I have an issue with. But it's like, other than that, it would have been great. But it was just that one thing that I just like, I literally had to turn it off. Bye-bye! But I had to turn it off. I was like, oh my god, like why would they do that? That is so not cool. And it's orc massage. Maybe. Maybe. If my computer can even run that, but hopefully with the PC upgrade I can run that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's almost like, you know, there's a lot going on in the VTubing community that is like inspiring me to just like, you know, get off my ass and actually do something. And I'm not being like too hard on myself because I did let my schedule slip a bit, but you know, I had other things going on and that's not really like my fault, you know? But there's things I want to do. I want to Zach, you know that little bell icon, like right next to the subscribe button? You can like tap that and it'll tell you when I go live. Glad to see you too. But anyway, we're just talking about New Year's resolutions and like what I want for this year and going forward. Oh yeah, speaking of games. So I didn't stream it last night even though I wanted to, but I just like got home from a long day. Oh yeah, it does. I just got home from a long day and I was like, you know what? I don't... Oh, it did? Interesting. It's okay, Zach. Don't worry about it. Heck, I can't even be on time to my own streams. Don't worry about it. But... Oh, I missed you too. I missed all of you. You all are so much fun to talk to. But... So, I did play a little bit of Animal Crossing off stream. Because I was like, you know what? Let's do that. So, I did get a house. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. And I got a new villager who's probably moving in today. A villager, that's the old one that I played. So I did play a little bit off screen and it is a lot of grinding. So it's not really, I mean, I guess I could turn it into a Zatsudan, but it's just like going to different islands and trying to gather materials to build Tom Nook's shop. I think I have an idea of what I want to do with the island. But I remember like seeing some of my old friends' islands and like when it was like popular during the pandemic, and apparently they had this thing where you could take like a texture from anywhere on the internet and like put it in your game itself. So they just had like Big Chungus like on like Big Chungus as their island like show up as I was flying over the island, and I was like, oh, that's very nice. But yeah, those are the days. I can't believe that was 4 years ago. Holy shit. Wow. But definitely things have changed, gotten different. That's all good changes, you know? Okay. So what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, I want to collab more. And no, it's because they didn't release the butthole cut. Like, apparently, you should play an Animal Crossing game. And I want to, like, get this set up, like, once I get membership, like, in the far future. Like, when I finally get monetization and, like... Oh, God, me and my brother love that edit. You know, I don't even want to know Zach. But I've definitely, like, Because I have a cat, and I've definitely like woken up in the middle of the night with like cat butthole in my face. And I'm like, why? Why do you do this to me? But oh yeah, I'm just teasing. But yeah, I want to collab more, and once I get membership like going, if I do make it this year, I do want to open up my Discord server again, because I just feel like it'd be much safer if it were behind a paywall. Not to like exclude anybody, but to keep like random trolls out, you know? Because if anybody remembers that something happened when I'm during my birthday where I had somebody trying to get into my server, and hello, Dr. Frederick. The stream is going very well. But I had somebody try to get into my server who was obviously not just trying to start something, and I feel like once I can kind of keep that private, then I will probably do like streams with like the Edenists and like chat, and just like have that open to people. Like I mean, I don't mean to be unfair. Maybe I'll put it like behind a really low like 99 cent like membership tier, but I just don't want randos in there. What else? Yeah, I definitely do. Yeah. Orc massage. I'm just like seeing that message at the top there, and I'm just like, yeah, I know. For those who are wondering, a few years ago, like, I think it was 2020, there were a bunch of people who were getting demonetized because of that game, The Mortuary Assistant, and it was only certain people who were getting demonetized. So Markiplier basically posted a video posted a video of him playing that orc massage game. I mean, granted, it was very highly censored, but it was like but it was like, okay, we know what's going on, and I'm just glad that he used his platform to call that out, because there was some obvious favoritism going on there. Oh, by the way, Zach, even if you can't afford it, people can gift memberships. Like, people can gift them in chat. It is random, unfortunately, but I mean, hopefully you can, like, with my amount of following, you can get a membership pretty easily. It's just the membership gacha seems to not like me. I remember one time my membership expired, and I was like in Oshi's pre-chat, and some people were just like trying to get like gifting memberships. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You only need to win once. Yeah, definitely, because you'll have permanent access to it. And if I know who you are, then I will let you in too. Like if I recognize you from the chats, from chat. but it's like, I was just like sitting in pre-chat for like hours, and I just had my like thing going on in the background. Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah, that's really cool that you can catch membership gotcha. I've definitely gotten it. But it's like I was just sitting in Oshi's pre-chat, and it was like everybody but me was getting the membership gifted. Wait, is it more difficult? Huh. Yeah, because I did notice that the gifted seemed to favor people who were like new to the chat, and I was like, that just like sucks. But it's like, come on, I've been, yeah. Like, some people, like, rely on the gifted memberships to be able to participate in the membership streams. Yeah. I mean, that is fair, but like, yeah, because you have to turn it on every time. But it was like, I was a longtime viewer, and I was like somebody who has been watching for a little while now, and it's like, oh, come on. I like wanted to be able to watch Oshi's stream membership streams because those are a lot of fun. But it was just annoying because that was the point in time where I didn't have much money to spare, and so I was relying on gifted. But yeah, but that's life. C'est la vie. Yeah, you should be able to gift them directly. You should be able to gift them directly. Like, if you were to, like, that's why YouTube needs, like, a friend system. Like, I know this sounds, like, kind of boomerish of me, but, like, like, you should be able to, like, like, be able to say, hey, this specific user is my friend, and I would like to gift this person a membership. And it's like, you should be able to, especially now that YouTube is trying to compete with Twitch, and so it's more interactive. Yeah. Yeah. Because it kind of sounds like I'm saying, oh, YouTube needs to be more like Facebook or something like that. But yeah. Because I'm like subscribed to all my friends too. Like I'm subscribed to a lot of people who I've collabed, like basically everybody. I think it should be. You could only get direct messages from people who you're subscribed to. Because I'm like kind of iffy when it comes to receiving DMs from people I don't really know. Hello, Chartu I always Darby. Chartu Darby. Yes, I think I got that right. But it's just like, but that's just me. I just like don't like it when people I don't know just like show up in my DMs. Like if it's somebody I've like talked to before and like I know who they are. Yeah. Like I don't have my yeah, I don't have my DMs open on Twitter. Like for that reason. Because you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like I don't have my DMs open on Twitter because like I would just get flooded with bots like saying, "Oh hey, do you need like an overlay? Do you need emojis for your chat?" And I'm like, "Please leave me alone." Like I can't decide who's worse, either the sugar daddy bots or the don't say that, Zach. Either the sugar daddy bots or the GFX bots on Twitter. Like I don't know which ones are worse. Aw. Yeah, it's awful. And it's like, and that's why I just like don't reply. And people think I'm probably unfriendly, but it's like, no, I'm just trying to keep my sanity. Like I'm somebody who gets like really anxious if I receive a lot of notifications at once. And I'm just like, oh God, what happened? Like, what did I do? Like, what happened? Like, where's the disaster? And so there will be days where I like completely turn off my notifications because I just like don't want to deal with it. And like, and that's why I'm such a shitty texter. Oh yeah. That's fair. Oh God, it is so bad. It like even before I became a VTuber, like on my old Twitter account that should not be named anymore, it was so bad that I just like it was like I just like, hello John. Yeah. I turn off notifications when I sleep. So it's like, oh, Happy New Year too. Yeah, I turn off notifications when I sleep, so it's just like, oh, it's like I don't want to be like woken up by like my phone just buzzing and buzzing. Oh, no. This is my first life as a VTuber. As a VTuber. But there were certain circles. Exactly. Exactly. But there were certain circles where I was kind of well known in. Oh, you're funny. Yeah. But it's like, oh my gosh, like when I was like a younger Cambion, I would get like DMs in my Twitter account where it was like, oh, hey, I noticed you like this band. Come check out my band. And I would like check them out. And I was like, oh, okay. Why are you DMing me? Like, please go away. Like, and one of the guys that like slid into my DM when I was like really young, and this guy was like way older than me, is now like somewhat famous. I'm not gonna say who it was, but it's just like every time I like see his name like pop up, I'm just like, And it's just like when you've been in a scene for so long, you just like know like who's like sketchy and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so creepy. And it's just like dude, like come on. Like I'm not going to respond to some rando in my DMs. Or if okay, the worst you can do is like just open with like hey or hello, hey. Just like hey. Not even like a question, just a hey. And I'm like, what do you want from me? Like, what? Hey, what? Yeah! Oh my god! Like, like in, like in Demon High School. Like, there were these boys that I, like, wouldn't even talk to. Like, at all, or I wouldn't say anything to. And they would just, like, be in my direct messages. They would just say, like, hey. And I'm like, who are you? Like, hey. Like, worst opening ever. Exactly! Oh my god! Like, I would always, I would get like people. I get like people asking, oh hey, do you want to see like an 8-inch pee-pee? And I'm like, no. Like, why would you ask somebody that? Like, come on. And I was like, just a little cambion, like in high school, like just minding my own business on Facebook, just trying to play some Farmville and like Trivia Pop or whatever that was, or Trivia Crack. Yeah, they would, and I'm like, you do realize this could get you on the registry, you know that? Like sending me this. And it, yep. Oh yes, grown adults would do that too. And I'm like, okay, first of all, if you want me to like comment on it, you gotta like Venmo me $20, okay? I don't do dick ratings for free, okay? Like if you want me to spend my brain cells like looking at that, you have to reimburse me. Yeah, you're right. I should charge by the word. I don't even have a Snapchat. Like, Facebook Messenger, I like don't think I've touched in like 3 years. Like a few years back, like this guy sent me one in my DMs, and I'm like, it is. And this guy like sent me his in my DMs, and I was like, excuse me? I was like, what do you want me to say? Because I will tell you what I think, and it's not going to be very nice. If I'm not going to be nice if you send me unsolicited dick pics, like I'm going to be mean. Then again, some guys might be into that, but I just like don't even bother responding. Like I don't even like, I know some girls like send them to their friends, but I do have like an issue with that, with sending like spreading that around. I just like don't even respond. But yeah, pay me if you want me to give you my honest opinion. but I will say, I will like, if you send me like unsolicited cat or dog pics, like that will make me like more interested. And I'm just like, oh, cute dog, cute. Yeah, I think that's I mean, yeah. I mean, there was this one guy who I had a thing with for a little while. And he he just like asked me, like, cuz I was kind of mad at him. I'm not going to go into why, but you know, petty stuff that you get mad at when you're younger, but like then he asked me if I wanted a dick pic, and I'm like, why do you think I want to see that when I'm mad at you? Like, do you think that'll cheer me up? Like, hello. Just like no tact there. It's like, why do you think that would make things better if you just showed me that? Like, come on. Like some people are just so weird like that. The happy little ween. No, that thing was a monster. I'm not. It was a monster. Oh boy. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, some advice to all the guys in the chat here: just like, if a girl's mad at you, like don't offer that, because it'll just make things worse. Mike Wazowski. Yeah. I will like tell you all a secret though. Like, yeah. No, it's all about like consent. That's what it is. It's all about consent. Because I'm gonna be honest, like the girls who are into guys like at all, they will go searching for it on their own, like that stuff. Like, yeah. Yeah. I don't regret sending any of the stuff though that I've sent. But it's just like, I will say, like, girls will go looking for it if they're in that mood. It's just like, we don't like it when it's done without our consent. Like, that's why it's so uncomfortable, like, when it's unsolicited. But I will say I have seen what my friends search for. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're definitely into that. Oh god, this might be a bit too spicy for you too, but like, you know, I'm just being real here. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Cause like, an archived story stream. No, I'm gonna leave it up. Who cares? I don't have anything to hide. You don't know what I'm like at this point. Too spicy for YouTube. You know what? I haven't been bonked yet, so let's just count our blessings here. Oh, Zach. No, we're just talking about dick pics. Like, no big deal. We're still talking about who has the biggest weenie hut. Do we even have to ask? It's me. I have the biggest weenie hut. I'm super weenie hut. No, not even junior. I'm just super weenie hut. Eden hut, yeah. Oh god. Eat fresh. Eden hut, eat fresh. I do want to like. Oh wait, I ate yesterday, so I think I'm good for a little bit. Only the fresh. This isn't Subway. Better than Subway here. Our bread is real. Like, come on. The bread is real. Cute ween. Oh. Well, what? Mm-hmm. Oh god, the days of Omegle. I just like... Because I never understood the appeal of showing yourself on Omegle. Yeah, here. Some guys can't take a compliment. You're right, you're right. But like, okay, listen. I know like a lot of guys don't like being called cute. Like, but like, to girls, like cute is a good thing. Like, that means we like it if we say cute. Then again, I guess if it was just like baby talk, then it's like, oh, look at that little cute. And I'm like, okay, I kind of understand why that could be like offensive. Ugh, yeah. It's just like, why would you do that? I mean, Omegle didn't even like market itself as an explicitly adult site, and I knew there were like a lot of like teenagers on there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I guess. But it's like there's like something there's like something about like some people are just cute without even trying. It's like they're not they may not be like typically cute, but it's like certain but it's like certain behaviors like we find are just like, oh, like that's really like adorable. Like it's not even like a demeaning thing. It's just like certain things that people do that we're just like, oh, that's so nice. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Some guys actually are cute. Yes. Like I find Oshi very cute, but he doesn't like being called that. I mean, look at me. I'm 288, so like, and I mean that's considered really young in demon years, but like in human years I'm an old lady, so it's just like a lot of demons just like we're like my age, my demonic age is 288, but like, and compared to other demons that's really young. But I think it's because of the time period I was born in, and like the fact that I lived out in the woods for like a century or so. Yeah. Like that's the reason why I make jokes that I'm old, is because honestly, it's like I was just sheltered for a long time, so it feels like I'm an old soul like in this new world. Oh. You want a full beard? It's okay. You know what? I'd say definitely it does play a role, the Cambion thing. I have more like yeah. But like I would say like just like appreciate what you have. It's okay if you can't grow a full beard. Like the old wrinkly and brutal. I want to be old, wrinkly, and brittle. Yeah. Thank you. I don't really know like the conversion between like human years and demon years, because not all demons like age the same. And like some tend to age faster and others tend to age slower. And the fact that I'm a Cambion, I don't really know how that works out because there just aren't a whole lot of cambions out there that I know of. But but it's just like it's weird. It's almost like sometimes you feel really young and like things are kind of strange and like you just don't have a lot of life experience. But other times it's like, oh my gosh, I've just like lived for so long and I've had so many experiences. Like there's sometimes when things just feel really new to you and you feel like a kid again. But there are other times where it's like you just like get reminded of where you came from and like what you've been through. Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff about nostalgia and the time periods, I don't get nostalgic. Like, I don't get nostalgic for my childhood or for like anything like that because, to be honest, I just didn't have anything to be nostalgic for. And like, I just like don't wish to reclaim that. And I'm always somebody who like doesn't like looking back. I just want to keep moving forward. And like, yeah, I do talk about like my days, my high school days, but that's like just me sharing my life experience. I like don't wish to go back there. And like I don't wish to be with the people who I was with before. I don't wish to engage with, yeah. It was, I will say it was a bit dull. But it's like, you know, you do see things that people talk about and you're like, oh yeah, I was there for that. Exactly. Like, just imagine, like, you've lived in this, like, wilderness for many, many decades and maybe even a century, and that's like, oh my gosh, I actually have internet access now. I can do so much. Exactly, that's who you should be. You should be happy with who you are now. And it's just like, it's so strange because this is like yeah. This is like the first time you're here. Like the first time I've ever done anything like this. Like where I've streamed and just like put myself out there and just like talked about like whatever was on my mind. And honestly, I like never would have thought that people would be interested in what I had to say. Like ever. And I thought, okay, maybe this, I would like write down what I was feeling. And I thought, okay, maybe like what I was feeling would stay like within the pages of a journal. Because I guess in retrospect, I thought it didn't matter that much. But I'm very happy like y'all want to hear what I have to say. And what, like, the jokes I make and all that. Exactly, they miss how they felt at that time. And it's like, I guess when you're younger, the world is like more, yeah, thank you very much. But like, I guess when you're younger, the world is just like more new to you. And like everything's like shiny and bright and like, oh, like you feel like amazed by everything you come across. It is simple when you're younger, but like, I don't know if it has to do with just what I choose to engage in. Like, I know a lot of like adults like want to hang on to their childhood. Like, a lot of them are still really into Disney and Harry Potter and all that, but it's just like, why would I want to engage with the same things I did as a kid when there's just like so much more out there? Like, I don't want to keep like coming back to the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm not comforted by that stuff. I'm comforted by like things that are difficult and like hard to engage with, but they kind of just like force you to look at reality. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. Yeah, life seems easy and comes easy, but that's because you have, like, when you're younger, you don't really have any agency. You have people making those decisions for you. And it's almost like, you know, you have more freedom as an adult. Like, do you want things easier, or do you want to be more free? Or do you want to make things like your own decisions and be able to go where you want? Like, if anything, I actually get, yeah. I definitely am. Like, I've talked about like things that I find interesting. Like, I was looking at my like favorite anime list, and I'm like, you know, none of these are like is like stuff that people would recommend to somebody just getting into anime. Like, some of this stuff is like genuinely like hard to like engage with, but like that's why I like engaging with this, because it is difficult and it does make you think, and it does like kind of open your mind up to different point of views. But like, the stuff I like isn't palatable to most people, and I think that's okay. But yeah. I guess. I mean, there. I don't even remember what I liked when I was younger. Honestly. That's so sad. I guess I like Nintendo games like Zelda and stuff like that. But like, oh god. I guess the first anime I ever really got into was Full Metal Alchemist, and even that like has its moments where it's just like very hard to watch. Maybe it's because I just like yeah. If some, that's what I mean. I like things that are like mature, but when it's not like shock, I don't like things that are just shocking to be edgy. I like things that are like dark and have a purpose as to why they are dark. Like, I've definitely like seen things that are just like, oh, this is like gross. But versus like something that is very shocking but has a narrative purpose. Yeah. Like, when I think mature, I think like that that manga monster. Hello, Trevray. Hello. I think of that manga monster. That is a mature story. And it is very hard to like read because yes. Oh. Incense Ghost. Yeah, because it's just a very hard story to read, and it's almost like it's like literature at that level. It's like something that somebody would read and say, okay, explain the themes in this, like explore the themes, like why does this character like feel this way, like how did this character's actions reflect. Oh, do I have something for you, Zach, then? Oh boy. Yeah, it does. That's why I like the Song of Saya, is because it was like that. Madoka Magica is like that, where it started out off as very lighthearted and then it just like completely changed directions. So Zach, I have something specifically that does that. It's called The Demon Hungers. It was a movie like made by Vox Akuma. Go watch it, because oh boy, does it do that. It does pull the rug out from you. But it's just like, I like things where it's just like, okay, like it just keeps throwing things at you, and like it's not to just shock you, it's just to like get you to keep watching. And it's just like, you want to see what happens with these characters. You want to see like why this character like feels this way, why things. Oh yeah, was very lighthearted, and that's awesome. And it just like gets you hooked when that tone changes. Oh boy, I'm trying to think. I also like stories that go the opposite way, where they are very dark. Yeah. I like stories that kind of go the opposite way too, where they are very dark and mature, but then they kind of end on a hopeful note at the end. Like, it's just like, okay. Oh yes, I love Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man. Like, I love Chainsaw Man. I watched that in like 2 days. Like, so good. Yeah, Vile reads the manga. He reads it like he reads the new chapter every week. Yeah. But so like, in order for me to like a story, it either has to be like lighthearted and then just fall to shit. Yeah. And then it just like it has to get real at some point. And then it just has to like carry on that without like getting fatigued. But it has to have like some narrative meaning as to why it falls apart. Or a story has to start out really dark and like very hopeless. But that was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or it has to like start out really dark, but it's all about like people overcoming something. Like, that's how you get me hooked into something. It has to have like that multiple tonal shift. Like if it's dark, it has to have like a hopeful ending. Otherwise, because I can't handle just like, yeah. Oh yeah, Makima's awful. Makima's awful. I loved Made in Abyss, yeah. I love Made in Abyss. That was a good one. What else? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, because like if it's just like dark without hope, then it's just like, well then what was the point of that? Like why was that just like horrible all the way through? Or it has to be dark without hope for like it needs to have a point. Like darkness needs to have a point in order for me to like it. Like you can't just be like edge like constantly, like constant edge all the time. And it like cannot be too saccharine for my taste either, because then I just like don't like it at all. And I don't know. I never got into Warhammer, but I heard it's like dark without like, I heard it's just like really dark too. Yeah, yeah. That's why. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it has to have something good coming out of it, or it has to have narrative meaning. Like that's why I will defend like games like The Medium and stuff like that until like my last breath, because yes, it is very dark. Yes, it is not a happy ending. But it's realistic. It like shows a side of something that people don't want to acknowledge. Like, honestly, like, the way I see it, there has to be like a bit of truth in a story that's told, like a truth about the human experience. Because not everything is all dark and light. There's just like shades of gray in between, and humans are just so complex that, you know, sometimes things are, it's okay to be uncomfortable and like talk about the uncomfortable things. Like that's why I like The Medium, is because it was a story about pain and trauma, and the resolution wasn't like, oh, you overcome it. The resolution was, okay, sometimes you don't overcome it, and like you do succumb to it. And I felt like that was very nice that I acknowledge that. Because I feel like, in a way, that is part of the human experience. Yeah. Exactly. My Hero Academia like showed that the abusive father like it wasn't the fact that he was a horrible person, it was the fact that he just like let his anxiety control him. And yes, sometimes the good guy does lose. Exactly. And that's like a truth about those characters is not all characters like in that position are bad, are like, I wouldn't say that yes, they are shitty people and they do shitty things, but like it's all not out of malice. Sometimes it's out of anxiety when people act that way. Insecurity and anxiety. The real difference between like making sure somebody doesn't let those feelings consume them, and like being aware and being held accountable for the way they act towards others. Like definitely Endeavor should have been held accountable for the way he treated his children and his wife. But at the same time, he's also a great hero, and he does feel remorse for what he did. But it's not up to us to forgive him. Yeah. It's not up to us to forgive him, though. Like, you can't like, if somebody done something wrong towards another person, you can't accept forgiveness in place of that person. You need to just hold that other person accountable. But at the end of the day, Endeavor's a fictional character, so who cares? Huh. The Emperor's suffering every day to be the light of mankind is admirable or senseless? Well, exactly. I did like the way they handled that, Zach. Suffering for the light of mankind. Well, that depends on whether or not you think mankind is worth suffering for. That's like a story in the Bible, like, you know, that's the Emperor is a Messiah archetype, if you think about that. That was actually a thing in Persona 3. Like, did the protagonist very much believe that humanity was worth suffering for? And that's why he became the barrier to protect Nyx from ever coming into contact with Erebus, because if that happened, then the world would end. Like, I mean, especially with fiction, like, it's really up to the reader to interpret it however they want. And of course, like, that is true, Zach. But like, it's just like, of course, like, everybody's own views and experiences will like come into consideration of what they take out of stories like that. Somebody who's been through a lot of pain, who's suffered themselves, might think, oh, it's senseless, because in the end, humanity is always going to be Yep, exactly. Because, yeah, when things end, people and things are just going to be what they were and nothing more. Exactly. Like, that's ultimately the truth, is things just are. And yeah, I can see both sides. And it's like, what am I saying? What am I saying? I'm just running my mouth. But like, it's there's always there's a truth out there, but not everybody's going to see it or even like feel the same way, because we're all the sum of what we've been through and our experiences and our thoughts, feelings. That we're all a sum of that, and not everybody has like lived the same life. And like, I'm going to be real here. Like, I'm somebody who puts a lot of subtext into things I create. So I will say, if you think that like if I'm writing something, like if I were to do like a film project and like tell my story one of these days, like whatever you think you're getting out of it, whatever you think is happening, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you're right. Because I'm not gonna like disprove anybody's theories about me. Like, I'm just gonna say, okay, this is like my truth and you can interpret it however you want, but like I'm not gonna like say, oh, you're wrong, if you're engaging with it in a healthy way. Yeah. Oh yeah, there can be many layers to things, and a lot of depth to things. Yeah, exactly. It's like English class. It's like, okay, not one interpretation is correct, but can you at least support like why, like argue why you feel that way? Exactly. And I do say, like, you know, there's that whole argument, oh, does fiction affect reality? But I think like fiction actually like reflects reality, because people write what they know, and what they know can be buried under like layers of subtext and like metaphors and stuff like that. But like ultimately, art is very personal, and people will write what they experience and what they feel is the truth. And you know, sometimes maybe writing silly little creepypastas is my truth. Like saying, oh, maybe I have seen a monster in the dark and I can make up a story about it. And maybe I can make up a story to explain it. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's why they teach English class in schools. That's why they teach literature. Is because they're not trying to like show you like the right or wrong way to interpret a text. They want you to think critically about things, and not just like take things at face value. But I think that'll be all for me tonight. And I hope I see you all soon. It was nice chatting with you all. And yep, exactly. It was nice chatting with you all. I had a lot of fun. Thank you. I always appreciate people coming in and wanting to engage. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Shartu Darvi. Thank you, Dr. Frederick. Thank you, everyone who's contributed to this conversation. And I will see you all for the next one. Bye-bye.